where the drama starts. Lap 30, 8 laps to go. Sandobi hoping to take advantage of these lapped cars. Pilecki goes, dives onto the right side. Very aggressive here. This is lap 4. The two Viceroys. Bill Frazier ahead of Matt Pilecki. Frazier's off. Frazier hit the grass. You hit that tire wall, your day is done. Well, now it's lap 20. The Williams still trying to get around the Terrell team as he'll go around the left car and around those at the same time. At the same time, he's got the inside corner. Will he ride the curb? Yes, he will. He will get him on the inside. Joonas Maria leading us all into Moss's corner. Look at the beauty as his right side will clip the grass a little. A 180, no, a 360. Oh. Who will yield going into this corner? It's really not meant for too wide as it will be Gernot. Gernot will yield. Lots of smoke picking up from that Williams car. He is pushing it to the absolute limit. 26 of 30 now. Only 4 laps to go. He's going to get the run coming out the final corner. He's going to pull up side by side with the leader. It's going to be a drag race to the finish. Who is going to get there first? It's going to be...
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the final round of the Classic Lotus Grand Prix series. You heard me correct. This is the final round live from the picturesque Road America. I am, as per usual, Joonas Puhakka, and my partners in crime in the broadcast booth are Tapani Linnaluoto and Wiltshire. How are you doing, guys?
Fine, thanks.
Great.
So, this is it, the championship battle between these three gladiators. Of course, we have 25 drivers here on the track, let's not discount them, but we should bring out the championship picture first. Kalle Ruokala, Antti Lepistö, Sergio Macias. Who's it gonna be?
Well, it's a good question. I think Sergio has a good chance if he finishes well, just because he doesn't have yet a good points tally from this week. I think Kalle, and I'm not sure about Antti, Kalle has a decent points already, so I think it's up to Sergio to make the run for the lead.
Sean, agree?
Sergio is really strong. He's been carrying the momentum for quite a few weeks now. Calais has not done good in any of the broadcast races, so I think advantage is Sergio.
Advantage Sergio, and I would agree from what I've heard. Sergio has the advantage. He needs to obviously win this race if he wants to be sure, but from what I heard, the initial speculations are that if Kalle wins this race and he is his closest challenger, Sergio needs to be at least third. So he doesn't necessarily need to be second. Now the current point standings, as we stand, are Kalle Ruokala is in the lead with 1,667 points. He is 20 points ahead of Sergio Macias, and Antti Lepistö is in the third place, just 29 points behind Kalle, and crucially, only 9 points behind Antti Lepistö. But the thing is, as you said previously, Sergio hasn't got good points from this week yet. So he is technically in a vacuum having an advantage so far, because Kalle and Antti both had points from that split race earlier today. Of course, this race is going to decide the championship. Now, as we are following along with Sergio Macias on his first qualifying lap, I should also point out the rest of the championship top 10 as we stand. We have Nuno Moreira in the 4th place, Gernot Fritsch 5th, Fabian Gerber 6th, then it's AJ Bear, Ian Card, Michael Vandenberg and Victor Rodriguez in the 10th position. So it is a tough field, it is a very tough field. I'm following along Sergio Macias as he is approaching towards the Canada corner now. Who do you think, Tapani, has the advantage on this race here at Road America out of these three?
Oh, didn't you ask me that already? Well, Sergio was very fast earlier in the week. I think he will be fast today too. There's a few other drivers to mention. Joni Heikkinen was very fast earlier today and yesterday as well, as he takes the provisional pole from the first lap when the time starts rolling in. I think maybe it could be a race between Gernot, Sergio and Joni Heikkinen, although Nuno makes a great time. Oh, we'll see. This is going to be interesting.
It's gonna be interesting indeed. Sean, any last minute predictions? Agree with Tapani, or do you have your own opinion?
Well, the qualifying is one thing, but the race is going to be different. This is a draft track. You're not going to get away from a whole lot of people, so it's a difficult decision really. So I'll just have to wait.
And also, I'd like to mention that it's very easy to retire here. One contact that you could be out, as I saw earlier this week, yesterday. It's very tough. It's not very hard to pass if you're in the same pace as the guy in front, but you need to make a good run for the long straight, 3 long straights here, as we know.
Yes, indeed. So let's follow Sergio Macias as he comes towards Canada corner 10. He is going to approach the very last corners. Now we expect the second lap to be faster. It's 35 degrees track temp, 30 degrees air temperature, so it's a little bit cloudier than yesterday, but otherwise very similar conditions. So we're expecting times of maybe even high 52s if everyone nails their lap. Let's see what Sergio Macias can do here. He is currently on 4th position after the first lap. Not the lap he would have wanted, but the second lap looks good so far, and he is on the line, and he's 53.8, so he improves, but not quite enough. Xavier Sanchez coming towards the line, 54.5. Then it's Nathan Porter, 56.2. Garrett Herfer as well. Now the interesting names, Antti Lepistö places himself 9th currently, so he is far away. He is very far away indeed. Victor Rodriguez now coming up towards the line. He is an interesting name as well. 54.1 on his first lap. He is currently 8, and he doesn't 54.4, so he doesn't improve. Teemu Toikka as well, 54.8. Now where is Gernot Fritsch? Johanna Lampi as well. He is one we should keep an eye on. He is coming towards the line first before Gernot Fritsch. So let's see what Johanna Lampi can do. Remember, 4 pole positions on the broadcast races this season. 54.0 this week currently. He is sitting in the 5th position. Let's see what he can do. Will it be under pole for Juha? No, it won't. 53.9, so he placed himself 4th currently. Mark Pickford coming towards the line as well. He does improve, but not enough. Gernot Fritsch. Now, he is currently holding on to the pole. Will it last? Will it last? 53.1. Amazing lap. Now, what will Kalle Ruokala do? Can he respond? No. 54.1. So Kalle Ruokala is only starting from the 7th place. We still have a couple of more drivers on track. Sam Doby making his way to the last corners, but it looks like the Austrian Superman, not the Swiss Superman, not Cesaro, but the Austrian Superman, Gernot Fritsch, is holding on to the pole position as we stand. Sam Doby, he is the final man who can challenge him, but I don't think he quite has the pace so far. Let's see, 55.0, so not bad. Not bad for Sam Doby. It is enough for 16th position, and let's take you through our starting grid. As it stands, I think it is the final starting grid too. Yes, it is. Yes, it is indeed. So, Gernot Fritsch with an amazing pole position. 53.164 for the Austrian Superman. Alongside him is Nuno Moreira in the 2nd place. 53.6, so half a second in Road America. That is incredible from Gernot. Sergio Macias, starting in 1st place out of our championship contenders, is starting 3rd overall with the 53.8. Johanna Lampi in the 4th place with exactly the same time as Joni Heikkinen. 1:53.971 for both of the Finns. Johanna Lampi starting 4th, Joni Heikkinen in the 5th place. Fabian Gerber 6th, then it's Kalle Ruokala, Andrea Ventura, Victor Rodriguez, and Antti Lepistö rounding out your top 10. AJ Beer, Mathieu Wood, Xavier Sanchez, Ian Cart, Teemu Toikka, Sam Doby, Gerd Hofer, Tobias Gerber, Mark Pickford, David McDonald, Nathan Ciarlo, Cedric Klotzik, Thorsten Kaul, Gord Jeanette, and Nathaniel Porter rounding out your 25-car field here. So, your championship contenders are starting Sergio Macias in the 3rd place, Kalle Ruokala in the 7th place, and Antti Lepistö in the 10th place. So, none of them, Sean, exactly did a flying qualifying lap. So, it's going to be a really uphill struggle for Kalle and Antti if they wish to beat Sergio.
Yeah, definitely. Once again, looks like Sergio has got the momentum. He looks pretty strong.
Speaking of strong, the strength of field, as we just heard, greetings to Joni Beckman, also shout out to him, 4,320. The previous race, for comparison, 3,500. So 257 points for the winner. That is predicted, of course. We don't have the exact calculus, the exact formula, because our racing refuses to release that, but that is our approximate. So there is going to be a lot of points at stake here. and it truly is going to be a race of who's gonna win this race, wins the championship. Barring Kalle winning and Sergio in the second place, then I think Sergio takes it. But aside from that, it's gonna be a straight battle for the championship. And what could be better? What could be better indeed? We are waiting for the final cars to grid up here, and then we are ready to get underway. Tapani, who wins this race?
Well, Gernot has been in a very good pace. I'm not sure about Nuno. He could be pretty strong as well, but that half a second gap in the qualifying,
It's insane.
But I'm sure we'll see great battles in the from the second position onwards.
Indeed, as we are ready to get racing, cars revving up, and green flag, and the lights are out, and we are on the way here in the motor race, ladies and gentlemen. Good start from the front of the field. It looks very clean so far. Gernot Fridge takes commanding lead ahead of Nuno Moreira. Sergio Macias already challenging him, coming into turn number one, but he doesn't quite make it through. Joni Heikkinen holding on to the fourth position. In fact, overtaking Juha Lampi at start. Fabian Gerber as well challenging Juha. Now it's Kalle Ruokola. I think he is already in the... No, he's still in 7th place, trying to overtake. I believe that is Fabian Gerber on the outside, not quite able to do so, but Kalle needs to climb up to the top very, very fast. Antti Lepistö gets himself into 9th place. Victor Rodriguez already challenging Kalle Ruokola into the back straight. Kalle doesn't like that at all. Kalle wants to rise up to the top, but right now it's Victor Rodriguez in fact challenging him, and why wouldn't he? He is one racer and he has every right to do this, challenging him into turn number 5, but Kalle is able to hold on to the outside, and as such will be able to fend off the aggressive Iberian so far. Now let's see further back, do we have any major incidents? It doesn't look that way. It looks like a clean start. Nathan Porter is a bit behind the rest of the field, but aside from that, it looks very clean so far. Some good side-by-side battles, but let's bring the camera back to the front of your pack, and it is Gernot Fridge in the lead. Nuno Moreira in the 2nd place, Sergio Macias 3rd, Joni Heikkinen 4th, then Juha Lampi, Fabian Gerber, Kalle Ruokola in the 7th place, Victor Rodriguez 8th, then Antti Lepistö in the 9th place. So what they need to do, Kalle and Antti need to do, they need to climb up to the top fast and fast. The good thing is, as you guys said, it is a draft track, so there can be overtakes made, but you can't afford to lose too much in the start. You need to be at the front really quickly, otherwise you will lose that back, and that is going to be very important indeed for Kalle Ruokola and Joni Heikkinen actually challenging Sergio Macias already, so he is battling for the 3rd as well, and this is something that Sergio Macias doesn't find either, because right now he can see Gernot and Nuno running away with it. Sergio has to fend off the attacks from Joni Heikkinen, the fellow Finn of Kalle Ruokola and Antti Lepistö. I'm sure there is no conspiracy there at all, but either way, Joni Heikkinen, will he be able to get a move done coming to the end of the main straight? The answer is he's very close. He's very close. He's very close indeed, and he goes to the inside. He goes to the inside. Joni Heikkinen going to the inside for the 3rd position. Sergio Macias actually lifting a little bit, letting Joni Heikkinen go for now. He knows his situation. He knows that this position, as they stand, is enough for the championship. Meanwhile, Fabian Gerber and Kalle Ruokola having a battle as well. Juha Lampi having made a mistake, I think, on the last corner, and as such, he has lost 1 position. So, Kalle goes very deep into turn number 3 and just able to hold on, but doesn't get a good exit, and as such isn't able to challenge Fabian Gerber for now, and Antti Lepistö is right behind Kalle Ruokola. Whew, what a first lap here, Sean.
Yeah, these guys are putting it all on the table in the first lap. Calle's being really aggressive here. It's pretty exciting out there.
It is very exciting indeed. So this situation, as we stand, it is still a long motor race to go, but Joni Heikkinen, one guy to watch out for. This is his 1st week with the car. He has just climbed into this car for the final week of the season, maybe ready to tackle a full season next year. We don't know about his plans for the next season, but he is certainly, in one word, fast. He's talented, he is very quick, very good to adapt, and he can be aggressive as well. His raw pace is just insane.
Sergio made a mistake.
Sergio made a mistake. And that he did. He is wide on the carousel, and he is being overtaken by Kalle Ruokola, Antti Lepistö, and a couple of other drivers as well. I believe he's in the 10th position right now. Yes, he is. AJ Bear getting past him as well. So that is going to change everything, as I was talking about Joni Heikkinen. And what happened to Sergio there was that he just went wide on carousel, and as a result he shouldn't have major damage. Maybe some damage to the underbody of his car, but that will change the complexion of the championship entirely, because right now Sergio Macias is in the seat where he needs to make up some positions. He needs to make up some positions, because I don't think 10th place is going to be enough for him. He has AJ Beer and Andrea Ventura ahead of him, as well as Juha Lampi. Very strong field here. You already heard the strength of field. It is 4,320, so that doesn't mean that there is not a weak driver on the grid at all. Meanwhile, something happening on the back as well to Nathan Ciarlo. I think there was a big situation coming up towards the last corner. Yes, there was. Nathan Ciarlo braking really late on the inside of I believe that was Sam Doby to the inside, so they had a little bit of contact and Nathan Cielo lost some ground, and Nathan Cielo, another fast driver who perhaps needs to work on his racecraft a little bit. So Victor Rodriguez is right now behind him, so he has lost a lot of positions as well. So some drivers having lost plenty of positions. Some drivers with experience having made big gains. One of them is Teemu Toikka, starting from position number 15. He is currently 11th with car number 21, and Teemu Toikka, we know he can be fast on the right day. He isn't as active as he wants, and big mistake from AJ Berter on the turn number 5, and that gonna allow Sergio Macias to pass him coming into turn number 6, and Teemu Toikka looking for an opportunity as well. Teemu Toikka and AJ Berter side by side, and Teemu gets loose, and as such doesn't get a good run off the exit, and he is now being harassed by Ian Card, so very good battles here throughout your field. Meanwhile, at the front, it is still Gernot Fridge leading the way. Nuno Moreira behind him, not losing sight of the Austrian. Joni Heikkinen hanging on to him very well. If perhaps we could have a little bit of a moment right now to talk about Joni Heikkinen, I would wish to do so, because Tapani, I believe you have some first-hand experience from driving with Joni.
Yeah, he can be pretty aggressive from my one race experience with him. But very fast, very consistent. Maybe not very experienced, so that plays a bit into it. I'm looking forward to if he can, and he will challenge the drivers in front.
Yeah, one thing I noticed yesterday, racing against him, is that he has tendency to take some corners really wide. So that is something to look out for. Now, using all of the track is very important for a race car driver, but Sean, it's not necessarily what you want to do with this car.
No, you want to be under control. You want to keep your the wheels underneath your car.
So, and Gerd Herfer getting past Mathieu Wood as well for the 13th position. We also have Xavier Sanchez in that battle as well. Xavier Sanchez, also known as Heikki 360 ES. So he is a big-time streamer, very popular man, especially in Spain, but also other parts of the world as well. Shout out to him. It is nice to see Xavier back in the Classic Lotus Grand Prix as well. He is a very nice guy. I've raced him in the past. Very good guy, very consistent, and can be fast when he is in the right mood as well. So Xavier Sanchez, and they are battling it out, and we still have a very close field. As expected, of course, from Road America as well. Nathan Cielo looking up to the inside in turn number 6. Barely snuggling past Xavier Sanchez. They are still side by side, and this is going to be difficult if he is able to hold on Nathan Cielo to the outside, and barely makes it past Xavier Sanchez, and that was very close. That was very close indeed, and I believe. And we also have something behind them. Torsten Kaul hitting Victor Rodriguez right behind them in the same picture. So let's see what happened here. I believe Torsten Kaul, yes, he had a bit of a contact, and as a result of that, Torsten Kaul losing some positions and actually spinning out, but is able to keep going. He is right now in the 21st position. Still this battle raging on between Xavier Sanchez and Nathan Cielo, and this is not what Xavier wanted. Because as Nathan Cielo got past him very aggressively, but I still think cleanly. Barely, but cleanly. You can disagree with me if you want, but Nathan Cielo right now in front of Xavier Sanchez, and Xavier, as a result, has lost the toe of both Mathieu Wood and Gerd Herfer, and Gerd Herfer is running a little bit away from Mathieu Wood right now. In fact, he is chasing Ian Card, Teemu Toikka and AJ Beer in that battle for 10th position. Your championship, as it stands, it is Kalle Ruokala in the 5th position, Antti Lepisto 6th, and Sergio Macias in the 9th position. And if it stays as it is, I think Kalle is going to be champion, but I'm not sure. It is going to be very, very tight indeed. Sean?
So, coming into this week, Sergio and Kalle were tied. So
Yeah.
if Kalle wins, or if Kalle stays ahead as it is now, he's going to win the championship.
Well, it's not as clear-cut as such, because the drop weeks, Sergio had a little bit of a worse drop week, and coming into this final race, both had already raced this week, and Kalle also raced in the split race last time and only got 20-point advantage, so I think there is a little bit more of a gap, because these drop weeks, they make it incredibly difficult. I wish we could just get rid of them, but we can't.
Well,
so
both
they make it
both
difficult.
Kalle and Antti are replacing a 176 points drop week, which Kalle already has. Is already at 20 points up. He's 8 points ahead of Antti. Now Sergio, I'm not sure, but I think his is like a 150 something. So unless he scores like 200, it's not going to matter.
Yeah, but the thing is that there is 257 points up for grabs in this race, thereabouts. So the gap is, we are expecting something like 9 or 10 points between positions to be the difference, as we have a 25 car field and 250 points thereabouts. So we expect about 9 or 10 points between positions. So for example, if we could say that if there was 250 points for winner and Kalle won it, then Sergio, in order to replace the advantage, I'm not even gonna count those. You know what? I'm not even gonna count those. Let's see what happens. Let's enjoy the race. And there is also a good battle between Gerd Höfer and Ian Card. I mentioned this a couple of laps ago. Gerd was really fast and catching up to Ian Card. Now let's see if he can make anything happen. Gerd Höfer seemed to having some technical issues, but nothing too major. Either way, he is closing up to Ian Card, the experienced Englishman. Let's see if he can make something happen into turn number 1. He tries it, he looks for it, and he brakes, but not quite alongside. So that's a bit of a wasted run. He will have to try again in the straights between turn 3 and turn number 5. Now, if someone is confused about the corner numbering system, don't worry, we are too. But according to the simulation and the official track map, this turn, that was the second corner of the track, is named turn number 3. And this corner they are right now running up to the slow 90-degree left-hander is turn number 5. So there you have it. And Toika and Bear are challenging themselves coming into turn number 5. So HA Bear ahead of Teemu Toika making good progress as we mentioned so far. Ian Card is a bit behind them, as is Gerd Höfer, as is Matt Wood. So good battles throughout their midfield as we are watching this race progress. Lap number 6, it is going to be a 22-lap motor race. We also have some Sergio Macias fans. Hello to you as well. Hello to Ricky Jimenez to the chat. So Sergio Macias and your favorite driver is right now on the 9th position, catching up to Andrea Ventura and Johanna Lampi, and it's going to be very close for the championship. It's going to be very close for the championship. I'm excited. Antti and Sergio are fighting for their first championship. Kalle is a multiple-time champion. If someone has the number, good. I don't have it right now. I can remember it by heart, but I can say that Kalle is indeed a multiple-time champion in the Classic Lotus Grand Prix series. So it is going to be a battle of experiences versus youth. And it's going to be also about hunger. I know Kalle is a very competitive soul. He wants the championship, perhaps more than anyone else, but Sergio and Antti are challenging their first. It is Sergio's first full season with this car. Antti has been there for multiple seasons. He has been so close for so many times. I believe last season, Tapani, he led the championship until the final round. Unless I'm mistaken.
I can't remember last time around. I wasn't really following last season.
Either way, Sean, any info on that?
I believe that Kalle won the championship last year, yeah.
Yeah, I believe Kalle won it too, but Antti was really close, that I remember. Because Antti was second in, I believe, season 2, and was second, I think, in season 3 as well.
Yeah, Antti was pretty unlucky for a couple of seasons as well. He's had some bad luck lately, last couple of seasons.
Yes, the previous season, Kalle won, Antti Lepistö was second, and Fabian Gerber was third.
So there you go, then confirmation from Tapani Linnaluoto with his quick hands. And also, Sergio Macias getting past Andrea Ventura as well into turn number 6. That was a really brave move from Sergio Macias. He had a good run exiting turn number 5 and got past him into turn number 6. So it is one more position in the charts for Sergio Macias, and he has Juhano Lampi next, and then it is one of his championship rivals, Antti Lepistö. Meanwhile, Kalle Ruokola is starting to make a little bit of a gap to Antti Lepistö. Let's see the lap times. Kalle Ruokola 55.3 last time by in the 5th position, Antti Lepistö 55.7. Let's see what they did ahead of him. Fabian Gerber 55.2, Joni Heikkinen 55.4, then it's 54.7 to Nuno Moreira and 55 flat for Gernot Fritsch. So Nuno Moreira is really on a charge, and we should actually follow Nuno Moreira just for a second. He is 1 second behind Gernot Fritsch as it stands. Lap number 7, and this is where the car really starts to change. And how would you, Tapani, describe how the car changes in the mid-race? In this weather, 35 degrees track temp, you have experience from this weather. How does the car feel like?
Well, this should be a very good temperature for the car. The tires work well. You can push the car pretty well. If you have a good setup, it shouldn't change that much. You always have a bit of understeer in the first few laps, but not too much. And of course, in the final laps, you can start to have some oversteer. But as I said, if you have a good setup, it shouldn't change too much.
No, it shouldn't indeed. And now it is a good battle forming between one of our championship contenders, and it is Sergio Macias Andrea Ventura has been able to hold up to him. So now it's a train forming from position number 6 to position number 9. I would include Antti Lepistö in the battle. So number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9. Antti Lepistö, Juha Lampi, Sergio Macias and Andrea Ventura as well. This is really tightening up. Juha Lampi seeming to have a couple of difficulties as we progress in this race. Oh! Turn number 6 takes a really big slide and Sergio Macias is right now looking to the outside, then not quite able to make it work on that tight kink there. Maybe to the inside into turn number 8 it's going to be difficult, but he doesn't. He waits. Perhaps an attack after carousel into the kink or into the Canada corner, that is one possibility as well. But one thing's for sure, Sergio Macias is losing time behind Juha Lampi right now, so he needs to make it work and he needs to make it work fast because soon Andrea Ventura is going to be hot on his heels as well. I don't think Andrea Ventura is going to be as slow as some people expect because we have seen him in the past, we have established in the past that he might not be week to week consistent due to his other occupations, but once he practiced, he is one of the best drivers in this race field. He is experienced in this car and we know Andrea Ventura can be mighty fast as well. So Sergio Macias right now behind Juha Lampi, not able to get quite close enough coming into Canada corner, second to last corner and then the last corner, turn number 14, and one more lap of this 4 mile 6.5 kilometer circuit is complete. So coming to the main straight, I don't think Sergio is quite close enough and I have to look at the straight line speeds now. I think Sergio has a little bit of tow. As they come to the end of the main straight, Juha Lampi 269 km per hour, Sergio Macias 275, but it is not enough. It is not enough at this point, but Juha Lampi doesn't maybe have as little wing as I first expected. I expected it looked like he has a lot less wing than Sergio Macias at first, but it looks like the downforce levels are pretty even. Let's see what Juha Lampi and Sergio Macias can do coming into turn number 5. I believe Sergio might have a chance going to the inside if he can make it work. Let's see Juha Lampi defending the inside gallantly. Sergio Macias forced to go to the outside, braking very late indeed, coming into turn number 5. Can he make it work? Crossover? No, not quite able to get a good exit, and Juha Lampi actually a little bit sliding to his line, but he was also ahead, so not as dirty as one would think at first. Juha Lampi still able to hold on to the 7th position. It is still Sergio Macias in the 8th place, Andrea Ventura 9th place, but Antti Lepistö is right now running a little bit away from them. Let's see the last laps. Juha Lampi 55.7, Antti Lepistö 55.3. Kalle Ruokola 55.5, Fabian Gerber 55.3, so it looks like to me that Antti Lepistö is able to find some pace. Now that the pressure is out from his shoulders for a little bit, he is able to find some pace. Perhaps make some leeway onto those guys battling behind him and able to catch up to Kalle Ruokola because he needs to overtake Kalle Ruokola in order to have even a remote chance at the championship, and they need to make it work soon. Fabian Gerber is ahead of them. But the leaders are running away and the leaders are still Gernot Fritsch and Nuno Moreira. Gernot Fritsch replying to Nuno's incredible challenge. The gap right now 1.4 seconds. It passed last time by 1.4 seconds, but right now it looks to me that Gernot Fritsch is losing a lot of time to Nuno Moreira, already trying to break the toe as they come up to hill towards the line. Once again to start lap number 10. Nuno Moreira 54.4 last time by, Gernot Fritsch 55.5. So 1.1 seconds last time by. And as a result of that, Nuno Moreira is right on the heels of Gernot Fritsch and Tapani. Sean, throw please some fireworks.
I think Gernot has a problem or something. He sent out a text message where he was laughing out loud. So I'm not sure if he got distracted by something. I'm not sure what that message means.
Or mind games. Gernot is good at mind games. I have raced against Gernot previously, and I know that he can, he can just take it easy for a couple of laps, and boom, then he can run just one lap half a second faster than you out of nowhere. And also Sergio Macias is right now behind Juha Lampi. Oh, and Juha Lampi gets him past again. So Juha Lampi gets past him again. Sergio Macias got to the outside but went too deep. And as a result of that, Andrea Ventura is also alongside Sergio Macias. This could be big for the championship. Andrea Ventura having to lift off at turn number 6. But Sergio Macias still not able to get it done versus Juha Lampi. Juha defending very well indeed. And Sergio outbreaking himself a little bit. And oh, we can see coming into turn number 7 or turn number 8 rather as they approach Carousel right now, that Sergio Macias is starting to get a little bit feisty behind Juha Lampi. He is starting to get a little bit aggressive, a little bit frustrated perhaps, and I can't blame him because he is stuck behind Juha Lampi right now. Juha is not at the pace that Sergio wishes to be, and as a result he can just see Antti and Kalle running away with it as it stands at the moment, but Sergio can't get past. So I think what he needs to do is stay calm, keep collected, stay consistent, wait for his chance. As frustrating as it is. He needs one good run at the end of the straight, so good of a run that Juha Nordalampi is not able to do anything to defend against him. He tried it last time by coming into turn number 5, but he outbraked himself a little bit coming to the outside. And into the last corner, Juha sliding a little bit, but still able to get quite a good exit. And this is going to be big Juha holding up to the inside. Sergio Macias is in his toe. He will have to go to the outside. There is no room at all on the inside. Does Sergio try to feint him? Sergio dummy? No. Juha Nordalampi defending well, and as a result, he is on the outside. Juha finally lifting and letting Sergio Macias go a little bit. Juha deciding that challenging to the inside in turn number 1 is not going to be worth it at all. Sergio taking a very wide line at the exit of turn 1, and so as a result of that, he is finally freed from his prison. He had the keys to the lock of the jail, and right now, let's see what lap times can Sergio Macias do, as he is behind Antti Lepisto, he is behind Kalle Ruokala as well, and he is behind Fabian Gerber. So, if it stays as it is, it's gonna be very, very, very close for the championship. They are in positions 5, 6, and 7. Further up at the front of your field is still Gernot Fritz and Nuno Moreira. Joni Heikkinen about 2 seconds behind this duo. Joni Heikkinen, we know that he runs maybe a little bit less wing than those two. So coming to the straight line, there could be good overtaking opportunities. But in the corners, he is not quite able to match the pace of these two guys running at the front. And Nuno Moreira, he knows Road America very well. He is a driver who certainly is opportunistic. And Tapani, as you watch Gernot Fritz and Nuno Moreira battling it out, what's gonna happen here? Who has the advantage?
Well,
difficult question, I know.
Yeah, I can't really know. It's gonna be difficult. They both have their chance to lead, and if Nuno gets the pass done, then Gernot has a new chance to retake the lead. So it's hard to say. They both could take it.
Indeed so. We also have a replay of something happening to Teemu Toikka. He went wide on the Canada corner, as you can see on your screens. He went wide to the Canada corner and nothing else, just braking a little bit too late, losing it under braking, trying to get some time up, and as a result of that, he takes a trip through the gravel to the sand wrap and loses 3 positions in the space of 1 corner to the trio of Mathieu Wood, Nathan Giallo, and Xavier Sanchez. Nathan trying to challenge Mathieu Wood coming into turn number 1. It's a good battle going on between these two guys. There's good battles all around your racetrack. It is truly a race worth of the championship final. But so far, Mathieu Wood is able to hold on the attacks of the Italian. Now, let's see what Xavier Sanchez does here. He still remembers the name of Nathan Giallo, as Nathan attacked him coming into turn number 6 earlier. Nathan defending coming into turn number 5, takes to the grass, defending very well, and tries to go to the inside of Mathieu Wood, as a matter of fact. So, defending himself from Xavier Sanchez, attacking to Mathieu Wood. Will he be able to get it done? Yes, he will, and Mathieu Wood goes so wide that Xavier Sanchez also has a round on him coming into turn number 6. Mathieu Wood on the outside, Xavier Sanchez to the inside. Xavier gets on the throttle earlier, and still side by side coming into turn number 7. Who will have the advantage here? And it is gonna be Xavier Sanchez. Brave work from the outside for the Spanish man, and also Teemu Toikka attacking Mathieu Wood. So it's Mathieu Wood's turn to lose 3 positions in the space of 3 corners. Mathieu Wood relegated from P number 13 to P number 16 right now. Teemu Toikka is in P number 15, then Xavier Sanchez and Nathan Giallo leading the pack. But how will Nathan hold on? Right now, Nathan has a clean run. Clean track ahead of him, and I believe he has also got the draft from Xavier Sanchez. So it's gonna be truly a battle of pace between these two. But Sean, some good battling going on in here.
This is a great track for it too.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is a very good track indeed. So let's see the situation at the front. Nuno Moreira and Gernot Fritz still engaged in this battle. Last time by, Nuno Moreira 54.9, Gernot Fritz 54.9 as well. 3,000th of a second. The lap time difference between those two guys, so it's really tight at the front, and now it's just a question of, does Nuno Moreira have enough straight line speed, Tapani?
Well, let's see at the end of this race.
I don't think he does.
No, he has a bit more wing, I think.
As a result of that, he's going to have to do it the hard way.
You have to take your advantages elsewhere, and or you have to be really close to the car in front of the corners to the straights. Either way, there are some nice spots on this track to pass.
Yeah, I would say turn number 1, turn number 5, maybe. Turn number 1 is quite difficult on the inside. You have to like hold the line
We
really
saw
well.
a great battle with Nathan Jarl and the others in turn 5, 6, 7. It's one of my favorite turn combos on this track.
Yeah, it's a good one as well. Sean.
My favorite place to pass here is going to be the last 2 turns. Because you take it with so much speed, and if you're really brave, you can go around the outside.
And as we are on board for Nuno Moreira for a second here, as he comes to the second to last corner and he is listening to Sean's advice, being really brave here, coming to the last corner, you can see how close he is. You can see the SX sponsor on the back of Gernot Fritz's car, on his wing, on board with him. Let's see what he can do here. He is right on the toe, but he is not quite close enough to make it work because he has a little bit more wing. He is catching up, he is not catching up enough. Very frustrating for Nuno Moreira indeed as they come to the first corner. He is very close to Gernot Fritz right now, so he can make that more wing. He can make wing work. He can make it work in the carousel. He can make it work in these fast corners, but as they come to the straight line, he needs a phenomenal exit. Indeed, and he has one. Right now, he is very close as they come to what is so-called turn number 4 in this track, towards the turn number 5. Nuno Moreira is having to go to the outside because Gernot Fritz is defending the inside, and Nuno goes very late to the outside. Maybe no, they crash, they collide. Nuno spins to the middle of the track. Gernot Fritz to the outside. They're still side by side. What will Joni Heikkinen do as they come to turn number 6? They are still side by side. Nuno to the inside, Gernot to the outside. They touch again, and Joni Heikkinen is to the outside, challenging them into turn number 7. This will change everything, ladies and gentlemen. And Nuno is able to make it work. Gernot brake really early on the inside. I think Nuno was a little bit caught out by that. Went to the outside really deep. He went outside with no fear whatsoever. Joni Heikkinen following them into the carousel, so the 2-way battle has turned into a 3-way battle. And you know what, guys? I think this is exactly what Kalle Ruokala wants right now, because he is not far. He is catching up to Fabian Gerber each and every lap, and he can now see the battle forming in front of them. What will Joni Heikkinen do? And does Gernot Fritz have damage? And if so, how much does he have damage? Joni Heikkinen tries to the outside into Canada corner. This will be difficult. Gernot Fritz closing the door on him at the last second. I think that was a little bit aggressive from Gernot. I hate to say it, but a little bit aggressive from Gernot. Second to last corner, 10 to last corner. Joni Heikkinen, if someone is brave through this, that is Joni Heikkinen, but so will Gernot Fritz. I think they have just managed to piss off the Austrian. Sean, what a battle.
Well, yeah, the Iceman is getting a little hot, I think. Nuno, I don't think Nuno intended to break there. That was crazy.
I think those 3 guys have the adrenaline going on now.
And what could be better than that? A really heated lead battle as we head to the final third of this race. Lap 15 out of this 22 lap race. So there is still 7 laps of this beauty to go, or 8 laps, 7 laps, whatever. Still plenty of laps to make some moves, plenty of laps to make something happen. Now let's see the gaps. The leading trio within 0.7 seconds. Then Fabian Gerber 3.1 seconds behind the leader. Kalle Ruokala only 3.9 seconds behind the leader. So if they start battling, and I assume they will, then it's gonna be a very, very interesting situation to see where will Kalle head up. And if Antti and Sergio are able to make something work as well. But Kalle has the advantage right now. If he can catch up to Fabian Gerber, which I assume he is doing as fast as he can right now. Last time by 54.8. for Kalle Ruokala, 54.9 for Fabian Gerber, 56.4 for Joni Heikkinen, 58.7 for Gernot Fritz, and 57.9 for Nuno Moreira. So both of them are losing a lot of time on that last time by alone. Joni Heikkinen still very close to Gernot Fritz. On the other hand, I think Nuno Moreira, with his more wing, as he finally got past Gernot Fritz, could be running away with it. Something? No? Okay.
Well, Nuno seems to have the pace at least. We'll see, but I think Gernot might have a little bit of trouble here, but maybe he's just gathering himself up from the happenings on turn 5 a lap or 2 ago. And we'll see if he can match the pace of Nuno still.
Indeed, it looks like he might have a little bit more damage. A little bit more damage from the contact. Looks like Nuno also has a bent wing, but it could just be graphical.
Yeah, Nuno indeed has a bent wing. I don't think it's graphical. I think it's actual damage. And we don't see it as much as we see in Gernot's car. Perhaps again, Gernot has something bent up on the rear end of his car. That would be my suggestion, because the contact was to the rear. So maybe camber angles, toe angles, something to do with it, slight suspension damage. Either or, as we see him having really some difficulties exiting turn number 3, and that could confirm a suspicion of him having no grip on the exit of the corners. So he needs to adjust something, make some adjustments on the fly, but he is very adaptable indeed with his wealth of experience that he can dive into anytime he wants. Now Joni Heikkinen is right behind him. Let's see what he can do here. Joni Heikkinen has a car that works right now. I think Joni Heikkinen could be the real black horse of this race. And also Ian Card is now passing AJ Beer as they come into the turn number 5. It's the Australian rather, versus the British driver. Ian Card on the inside, but not able to get it done coming into turn number 5. So AJ Beer still in position number 10. Ian Card in position number 11. And it says something about the strength of field and the quality of drivers in this race that such drivers as AJ Beer and Ian Card are relegated to battling for the outskirts of top 10.
Yeah, well, that's the CDC for you.
Yeah, that's the CDC for you indeed. Meanwhile, Xavier Sanchez has caught up to Nathan Cialla again, but let's not concentrate on that. Let's concentrate on Joni Heikkinen going up to the inside of Gernot Fritsch, coming into Canada corner, and he is able to get done. Can he break early enough? Yes, he can. Gernot Fritsch trying for the crossover into the second to last corner. He is on the outside. This is going to be brave, and he doesn't make it work. Let's see. Outside into the last corner. This is some incredible battling between these guys. One experienced veteran, one young rookie, and it is the rookie who takes the title this time. Takes the position, the second place, away from Gernot Fritsch. Let's see what Gernot Fritsch will do. Will he stay behind Joni Heikkinen and see if Joni can catch up to Nuno Moreira, or does Gernot Fritsch have something in his store coming into turn number 1? We'll see here. Gernot to the inside. Can he hold his line? And what will Joni Heikkinen do? Braking really late, really brave there, and getting past Joni Heikkinen. Again, some good battling between these two guys, but it is gonna slow them down indeed. Fabian Gerber is catching them up, as is Kalle Ruokola. Kalle Ruokola is right now right behind Fabian Gerber. They are catching up to this duo. And I think if Kalle is able to get a top 3 from this race, and if Sergio Macias is only 7th and not able to catch up to Antti Lepistö, he's going to be the champion. Let's see what happens here. Joni Heikkinen once again catching up to Gernot Fritsch, but not quite enough to make something happen into turn number 5. And Kalle Ruokola is licking his chops. He can't believe it. Right now. He started from the 7th position in this race. It was not the optimal position for him. Sergio Macias started 3rd, but throughout, solid race pace. Throughout, making every single move count, and some good pace on the mid part of this race as well. He is able to get himself back into the battle for a podium position and in a prime position to snatch away the championship. But it is not over yet. As Johan Nordalampi and Andrea Ventura are having a good battle for the 8th position as well. They are coming towards the carousel. Johan Nordalampi is ahead of Andrea Ventura as it stands, but Johan Nordalampi has lost a lot of ground right now to Sergio Macias since Sergio got past him. So it's going to be some good battle. Joni Heikkinen, meanwhile, challenging once again Gernot Fritsch to the outside into Canada corner. We'll see a repeat of last lap. Let's see what happens here. Gernot braking really early. Joni Heikkinen really late coming into Canada corner. Joni Heikkinen getting it done on the outside. Very brave on the braking there. Gernot Fritsch not wanting to battle him coming into the corner. He maybe thinks that Joni Heikkinen, if he wants to challenge him, let the kid go. Let's see what the kid's got. Maybe we can catch up to Nuno Moreira. He wants to play his trump card right now. No pun intended at all. Not referring to the US presidential elections. He wants to play his trump card, as is Joni Heikkinen doing, and now Gernot Fritsch is wondering, okay, kid, let's see what you can do. Let's see your pace. I saw it last time, but let's see what you have. And do you have what it takes to catch up to Nuno Moreira, as we don't know the extent of damage to Nuno Moreira, but the lap times of Nuno, 54.596, 54.6 to round it up. Joni Heikkinen, 55.3, but there was an overtake. So one clean lap. I think that's what he's gonna do. I think what Gernot is gonna do is stick behind Joni Heikkinen for 1 lap, maybe 2 laps. See if Joni Heikkinen can make some ground. The gap is 2.9 seconds last time by, so 3 seconds. We have, let's see, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. We have 5 laps to go, as I'm counting it right this time. So he needs to catch up half a second per lap. It is doable. Sean. But do you think Joni Heikkinen has what it takes?
I definitely think he has what it takes. It looks like he has a little bit more wing than Gernot does, but I still think that Gernot's struggling to drive his car, and being the Superman that he is, he's so good at it. But I think it's also bringing Fabian and Kalle into his draft.
And that is the important thing for the championship. because Kalle is right now sticking behind Fabian Gerber, who is behind Gernot Fritsch. Now, if Fabian can be faster than Gernot here, and I think he can, even if Gernot is the Superman he is, I don't even want to imagine what that car feels to drive if Gernot is struggling with it. If Gernot is struggling with it, I will be out on the wall already. Either way, I think Fabian can be a little bit faster, and as such, they are going to be battling it out. And there is also Kalle Ruokola involved in the mix, and that is what Kalle is wishing for. Because even though he is in the prime position to snatch it away, he is not in that position quite yet. There is also one important factor to consider, and that is Sergio Macias is catching up to Antti Lepistö. So that is one thing we should keep our eyes on as well. Let's see now what Joni Heikkinen can do in the clear air. 54.5. So he is trying. Nuno Moreira 54.8 in the lead of this motor race. Gernot Fritsch in Joni Heikkinen's toe was 0.2 of a second slower last time by Fabian Gerber 54.3, Kalle Ruokola 54.7, Antti Lepistö 54.1, as did Sergio Macias. The lap times are dropping, so they are getting faster and faster each time by. And also Teemu Toikka, who we mentioned earlier in this race, having made great progress. He is out of your motor race, having some very big difficulties. He spun. He had already damage in the rear of his car from earlier contact, and now he spun in the Canada corner. And as a result of that, tagged up Mark Pickford a little bit as well. Mark Pickford, I think, was able to avoid that, but it was also unfortunate for Mark as well. He's battling it out with Nathaniel Porter for the 18th position as it stands. Back to your race leaders as they are battling it out. Joni Heikkinen trying his best to catch up to Nuno Moreira. Now, Tapani, I remember the Finnish Sim Racing Championship finals in August at Messukeskus in Helsinki Conference Center, in front of a live crowd, when in start number 2, Joni Heikkinen was able to hold back names such as Aleksi Elomaa, Klaus Kivekäs, Tommi Hahka, amongst others. That was an amazing battle. So I wonder if Joni Heikkinen is feeling those same things right now as he is chasing up Nuno Moreira, because he certainly has his chance at the prime time already at his young age. He's going to be someone we are going to see and hear a lot from in the future. But as with young drivers, it tends to be. Do you think Joni Heikkinen, what are the areas Joni Heikkinen could still improve in, if there are any?
Well, of course, he's a fast guy. So usually it comes to consistency and experience in tight situations. So you can, when it comes to racing situations with other cars, you need that experience to know where to position your car to make it through in one piece. That's one of the great skills the best drivers have.
Yes, and there's also a good battle going on, brewing between, I agree with you by the way, but HJBR, Ian Card and Gert Hofer having a good battle for the 10th position in this motor race. Ian Card very close, as a matter of fact, to HJBR coming into the straight, heading towards turn number 5. So Gert Hofer is standing behind them as we speak with 3 laps to go on this motor race. Let's see what Ian Card can do coming into turn number 5 against HJBR. Last time by, not able to make it work. Can he make it work this time? It's gonna be really brave if he makes it, and he does it on the inside. Can he hold on? No, he doesn't. HJBR defending very well indeed into turn number 5. So Ian Card has to perhaps figure out something else. Gert Hofer having to do a little bit of an emergency braking behind Ian Carter. So these 3 guys are battling it out very well as this race continues to rage on. Very good battles throughout your race field. We are of course focusing on the lead battle as is obvious now. The situation seems to have calmed down between your championship rivals, between the trio of Kalle Ruokola, Sergio Macias and Antti Lepistö. Right now, Joni Heikkinen was 0.7 of a second faster last time by. He is trying to catch up to Nuno Moreira, but will he run out of laps? We will have to wait and see. Coming up lap number 21 next time by, so he has 2 laps to go, and you can see the gap on your screens. It is not much at all. Let's see the lap times here. Let's see what the gap is. Let's see what the gap is as they come up towards the line. Once again, Nuno Moreira 55.3, Joni Heikkinen 54.6. The gap is 1.2 seconds. That means 0.6 seconds per lap. He is on the pace to do that. Heikkinen is on a pace for a last lap overtake, but catching up is one thing, Sean, and overtaking is a completely different deal.
Absolutely, and it's pretty easy to defend around the outside around here. And one thing I'd like to point out is that it's really, really disappointing this race is so short, because this is great.
Go on. And also there is something happening between a battle between Xavier Sanchez and Nathan Cielo as well. Nathan Cielo 13th, Xavier Sanchez 14th, and looks like Nathan Cielo is able to hold on for now. But Xavier Sanchez is a good run on him as they come towards the straight between turns number 3 and turns number 5. So Xavier Sanchez having to go to the outside, Nathan Cielo on the inside. Can the Spanish driver make it finally work round the outside? So it's Spain versus Italy right now, and it is going to be Italy who takes the position so far on this. So Xavier Sanchez still has 1.5 laps to go if he wants to make it work here. We'll come to that battle later on, as there is still the battle going on also between Echeber, Ian Cart and Gerard Herfer for the 10th position. So battles throughout your racetrack. Very good battles indeed coming towards Carousel. They are indeed going through Carousel right now. Ian Cart and Echeber. Echeber looking like he's able to hold on for now. The Australian driver, who is having to really mess up his sleep just to make these races. Big shout out to the Australian drivers who are racing on these European time slots. It takes a lot of commitment and a lot of effort to just able to make the race start. Right now we are moving back towards your lead battle because it is one more lap to go. White flag is waving in the air. I wish this race was longer. Joni Heikkinen wishing this race was longer. Kalle Ruokola doing so as well. He is still in the 5th place, not able to make up as much to Fabian Gerber as he was wishing. But Joni Heikkinen is right now 5/10 of a second behind Nuno Marella. Nuno makes a mistake in turn number 1. Joni Heikkinen going to the inside. Nuno thinks about defending it, but was too late. Oh, Nuno back to the inside. Unbelievable. Where did he pull that from? Nuno Moreira still in your race lead against Joni Heikkinen, battling it out in the final lap for the race at the final race of the season. This is unbelievable. This is incredible. This is Joni Heikkinen versus Nuno Marella coming into turn number 5. It is Joni on the outside, Nuno on the inside. What can he do here? What can Joni do? Takes a very wide exit indeed. Nuno closing the door on him, not allowing him to come back on track, and as such, Joni Heikkinen is still relegated behind Nuno Moreira. That was incredible comeback from Nuno. Nobody else can break it late now. Let's see what Joni Heikkinen can do. Back to the inside into turn number 7, coming towards the king. Coming towards Carousel Rider. Oh, Joni Heikkinen loses it. Sliding. I'm back on the track again. And as such, Gernot is challenging him to the carousel. Now Gernot Fritz going to the inside. Joni Heikkinen in the outside. Nuno Moreira looks like he is going to win this race as it stands. Oh, Gernot closing the door on Joni. They are very close, and Gernot Fritz take the position coming into King. Gernot defending a little bit. They realize they can't go too wide through here. Gernot Fritz, can he hold on? Yes, he can. What will Joni Heikkinen do here? And what will Nuno Moreira will do here? Can he hold on against the attacks of Gernot Fritz? Right now it looks like he can, but there are still 3 corners to go in this motor race. Gernot Fritz is certainly trying. He is trying to catch up to Nuno Moreira. Joni Heikkinen as well, really close up to them. It's gonna be the runner-up from the final corner if someone wants to make something happen here. Let's see, last corner, and Nuno takes a good exit. So he will win your motor race. Nuno Moreira is gonna be the race winner at Road America for the final time of the season. Gernot Fritz in the 2nd place, Joni Heikkinen in the 3rd place. 1 second between these guys. Fabian Gerber 4th, Kalle Ruokola 5th, and Sergio Macias is gonna finish in the 6th position, I believe, or
Sergio
yes, he is.
Sergio and Antti crashed.
And Sergio and Antti crashed as well on the last lap, so we missed that on your screens. And as a result of that, and it was Sergio going really late on the braking, and Antti trying to close the door on him on the last lap, and Sergio and Antti collided. Antti spinning out and upside down into the wall. That was a very hard crash indeed. Replay on that on your screens as we speak. So replay coming up right now, and we can see here that Sergio went really late into Canada corner. Antti didn't give him much room, but he was already turning into the corner. I don't think he even saw Sergio Macias coming. And as a result of that, Antti ended up on top of the tire barrier and out of your motor race. And I believe that could have also clinched the championship. I'm not sure. Let's wait what will happen in these last corners. Let's see what will happen championship points-wise. I can't decide anything because Kalle Ruokola was 5th. Sergio Macias was 6th, so technically Sergio might have clinched the championship, but will the points be enough? I don't think so.
We have to wait and see what the points.
We have to wait and see.
I can't believe that final lap. I can't. How did Nuno keep that position?
I have no idea.
What was that in the turn 3?
That was insanity. That's what it was.
Did Joni got caught by surprise? Was he taking it a bit careful? I don't know. But
It's like
Nuno
he
just
fainted. He fainted. He faked. like Nuna was throwing a fake.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. That's what it looked like. We have the results on your screen. We don't have the champion yet. We will have to. We will have to wait and see. Nuno Moreira won this motor race. Gernot Fritsch in the second place, 3/10 separating the leading duo. Joni Heikkinen brilliantly in his first broadcast race, third position for him. So we have a Finn on the podium once again. Fabian Gerber fourth, Kalle Ruokala fifth, Sergio Macias with that controversial last lap move in the sixth position. Johan Lampi seventh, and Andrea Ventura eighth, Ian Card ninth, and Gerd Höfer rounding out your top 10. AJ Beer 11th, Nathan Shallow 12th, Xavier Sanchez, Mathieu Wood, Victor Rodriguez, Corchenet, Nathaniel Porter, Mark Pickford, Antti Lepistö, Torsten Kaul, Teemu Toikka, Sam Doby, Cedric Korchik, Tobias Gerber, and David McDonald running out your 25 car field. And Antti Lepistö having relegated himself to 19th position as a result of that last position. That was incredible. That was incredible. We are still waiting on the confirmation. We are still waiting on the confirmation on the championship standings. It is looking right now that it's going to be Sergio Macias, but I'm not sure. I can't really say for sure. We have to wait for the final points. We will bring you the confirmation as soon as we have it.
Yeah, we got to wait for the points to compile. It's gonna take a little while.
Yeah, indeed so. And also, it is showing Nuno Moreira in the second place. I'm sorry for that, because it is a glitch in the overlay software we use. So we're just going to have to wait for the final points. Meanwhile, we are going to hear, I think, Tapani Linnaluoto's opinions on that race as a whole. And the season as a whole as well, because why the hell not?
Well, I think this last race was one of the most exhilarating races I've seen this whole season. I'm speechless.
So if you are speechless, Sean Wiltshire, your opinions?
Yeah, I mean, once again, it's a good showcase. The championship battle, the battle for the lead, all that stuff is great. So I don't know what else to say, really. I mean, I'm kind of left with speechless as well.
Yeah, it was one for the ages, I could say. I mean, it was definitely a race for the championship final. If I had one thing I would like to point out is that the last lap collision between Sergio Macias and Antti Lepistö was really unfortunate as well, especially if it decided the championship, but hey, it's motor racing. Sometimes that is going to happen, and it's good to see that these drivers are hungry for it, because I think we are going to see an unbelievable season next time by.
Yeah, I can't fault Sergio for going for it in the Canada corner there. Like, you can't really fault that.
And he also apologized for it as well. So he apologized for it, and I don't think he intended to do it. But I think before we are moving to championship ceremony, we should hear from some of the drivers. First, we are going to have your race winner. Last race of the season, a great win for you after an amazing battle. Nuno Moreira, congratulations for your race win. And where did you pull that move on the last lap? That was unbelievable.
Hey, Joonas. I don't know. A couple of races ago, I promised that I would win a race. So I was saving a bit of fuel because I was really, really on the limit. And then that guy, John, he came like with such speed. I don't know. But that wasn't his race to win. It was my race. Sorry.
That is unbelievable comment. It was your race indeed. So how good does it feel to win the final race of the season?
Hey, of course it feels very well, especially after this season, which I made my return to the Lotus, and I'm really now getting to feel really comfortable with the car, and I do think that also the community has helped me a lot into growing and becoming a better driver. So I think in the end the result is here. It's a win. That is the only thing. When I or any one of us enters a race is to win. So it feels great. Absolutely.
Very good indeed. Now, how would you comment on Road America as a whole? Would you wish that there would have been maybe a longer race for the final race of the season, or should it stay as it is?
Oh, it was good. It was just a normal length, but yeah, more laps, more racing, better.
Indeed so, Nuno Moreira. So, after what was a very good week for you, I must say, your pace as Road America is always amazing. Now, if you have anything to say, anything to add, any shout outs to your friends, either in English or in Portuguese, feel free to do so. Nuno Moreira, your race winner, everybody.
Okay, just a few comments, and I think it's about congratulations. I don't know who is a champion yet, but whoever he is a really well-deserved win. And enjoy your season, because next season it will be tougher. I promise you that.
So, will we see a comeback from Nuno for the full season?
Well, if work and family allows, yes, why not? Yeah, absolutely.
So, thank you, Nuno Moreira. Thank you, Nuno Moreira. And next, in the interview booth, we are going to have Sean Wiltshire interviewing second place in this race, the Austrian Superman, Gernot Fritsch.
Gernot, the race looked awesome to watch. How was it driving out there? You guys look like you were pretty scrappy there at the end.
Hello, everybody. Well, it was a really exciting race, actually quite nerve-shaking, because in the end I was struggling a little bit with, I think, front wing damage after that collision with Nuno. So I was lacking a little bit of speed, but managed to stay in the draft of Fioni. That helped me. Finally saw my chance to even go for second place. Good race.
So when you had that damage with Nuno, where you said you were struggling with the car, we could notice a little bit, like you were having some trouble exiting the corners. Was the toe knocked out, you think?
The steering was fine, so I think it rather was a little bit lack of top speed maybe. It was fine in the draft, but when I was running alone, I was really losing quite some time, so I think it was wing damage.
Now, one of the things that I noticed that this race might have been a little short for the excitement that was bringing this. What do you think about maybe lengthening the last race of the season?
Well, I think usually it makes sense to do equally long races all season long. So I've never been a fan of the full-length races in the final week, because usually attendance goes down, and it's only worth racing the last week if there's a split and if there are really points to be earned. So I think it's better like it used to be this season.
You've been the Austrian Superman for quite a while now in this series, and this year you've pretty much proven that you're still one of the best racing Lotus 79 series in the CDC. You think next year you're going to return to that championship? You're going to make a run for it?
That's very hard to say. At least it's good to see me competing for wins. But it's amazing how many fast guys have been around in this series this season. So I think next season will be pretty hard for everyone.
Well, it's great having you here. And if you want to talk to anybody or say hi to Joonas' friend as well, give a shout out to whoever. Go ahead.
Yeah, shout outs have to go to you guys doing the broadcasts. This really adds to the series. So thanks a lot for doing these. It's always been very, very good. So hope to have fun next season as well. And see you guys again. Thanks for having me here. Bye-bye.
Hey guys. We have the points.
Yes, we do. Who wants to make the announcement?
I can. It's the champion is Sergio Macias with 6 points with that last lap move, and Kalle Ruokola second and Antti Lepistö third.
So, Sergio Macias is your champion by 6 points. Now, the way he won his first championship may be questioned for ages, but one thing is sure, he is the champion and nobody is going to take that away from him. So I believe we have something special for this season's champion. I'm not sure if our audiovisual master is ready for this one, but either way, let's bring the champions on your screen, the final top 3 of the result. And I apologize, there is a spelling mistake, and that is completely on me. It is Sergio Macias, not Sergio Macias. But either way, there is an even where there should be an I. But either way, your champion of the season is Sergio Macias, and I believe we should play the Spanish national anthem in his honor. Roll the tape. So there you go, the Spanish national anthem, everybody. Sergio Macias is your season champion by 6 points, ahead of Kalle Ruokala, Antti Lepistö finishing in the 3rd place on the championship. So it was a championship final, truly worth seeing. One interesting note, Kalle Ruokala completed exactly 1,000 laps in this season. Just looking at your championship result sheet. So next season, everybody, I think we should move on to discussing next season. Now, there are going to be some changes. I think we have the usual suspects. They're going to be back. We just heard Nuno Moreira will be making a run for it next season by, and that is going to be very interesting to see indeed. Antti Lepistö, Kalle Ruokala, I bet they will be back. Also, Gernot Fritsch, not sure about his plans. Then we have other fast drivers as well. Fabian Gerber, Juha Norlampi, now that he really has found the pace, I think he could be one to challenge. And then there are the new fresh faces. Joni Heikkinen, I will look forward so much to him if he decides to challenge the CDC field next time by, because he has shown his pace already. Now, if he finds some consistency to go along with the pace, then he is going to be a real challenger for the championship. Much like Sergio Macias, much reminiscent of Sergio Macias' season this time by. Now, Sergio was able to win the championship first time by. That is a historical achievement. And Sergio Macias now will go into the season as a defending champion. His teammate Victor Rodriguez will be also one to watch out for. He wasn't quite on the pace of Sergio, but he was still very fast. Then we have drivers like Ed Shebier, Ian Card as well. Shouldn't forget either of the Gerber brothers, so Fabian Gerber, Tobias Gerber as well, making a run for it this season. If Nathan Giallo is able to find some pace, he will be interesting too. And then we might have some new Finnish faces as well. I just heard that certain someone might be making a run for it next season, might be coming to Classic Lotus Grand Prix as well. I'm not going to reveal his name. You will see him on the grid next season by so Tapani. It's going to be a very good one as well.
Yeah, I think, should I race or should I commentate? I think I'm a better driver than a commentator.
Well, that's not saying much. Okay, you can talk. I'm sorry. Have your analysis on the power struggle going into next season.
Well, whoever puts up the practice is going to be a strong one from the top 5 or so.
Very interesting indeed, and we have a lot of evenly matched drivers, a lot of very fast drivers. One name I forgot to mention, Michael van der Berg. I think on a good day he can challenge for race wins as well. I think he was the winner at Interlagos earlier this season, one of our very first broadcast races, if not even the first one. Now, Sean, how will you see the next season? The power balance between the top drivers, the possibility of new drivers to make an immediate impact.
Well, the thing is that there's a lot of parity. I mean, there's 5 or 6 drivers that can run a race every week. So it's and there actually might be more than that. And the series veterans are always going to have a little bit more advantage because they know the car a lot more, but it's not that hard to drive. You know, if you're fast, you're fast. Sergio proved it this season. You know, this is his first season and he's a champion. So it's going to be a good one.
Indeed so. And I think next season I am not ready to commit anything yet, but I think, and I can say that under normal circumstances, we will try to bring you the races from the next season as well. All 12 races broadcasted live to your TV screens as well. And it will be the same time slot. So 16:30 GMT, 4:30 p.m. GMT, 6:30 p.m. Finnish time, because of course a lot of the broadcasters are Finnish in here as well. So we will see what will be the lineup on our broadcast booth next season. If Master Linnaluoto decides to go to defend his 3 championships, then it's gonna be interesting to find who I am going to find alongside with me on the broadcast booth. Of course, Sean, you are always welcome as well. But final words, I would like to extend a very, very sincere thank you to the entire Classic Lotus Grand Prix Classic Team Championship community for this entire season. I would also like to say thank you to our proud sponsors, Hydrogen Carbon Clean, EngineClean.uk, as well as SD Truck Interiors. So SD Truck Interiors and Hydrogen Carbon Clean, thank you very, 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 very much for this entire season. Thank you to everybody who watched our broadcast. Thank you to every driver who took part in these races. You are what make this series incredible. This is the best community on iRacing, bar none. There, I said it. And as for the final words, I would like to extend my sincere thank you to Tapani Linnaluoto, as well as Sean Wiltshire for joining me in the broadcast booth. And finally, the last but not least, Eero Husa Forsblom, our director, doing the work of 5 men. Thank you, Eero. And now, before we let you go, we're gonna show the same teaser video we actually showed on the start of this broadcast. In case you are thinking about joining the Classic Lotus Grand Prix for the next season, do it. Roll the tape, Eero. Thank you for watching, everybody. See you next season. Congratulations to Sergio Macias for the championship. Thank you and goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Here is where the drama starts. Lap 30, 8 laps to go. Sandobi hoping to take advantage of these lapped cars. Puhakka goes dives on the right side. Very aggressive here. This is lap 4. The 2 Viceroys. Bill Frazier ahead of Matt Puhakka. Frazier's off. Frazier hit the grass. You hit that tire wall, your day is done. Well, now it's lap 20. The Williams still trying to get around the Terrell team as he'll go around the left car and around those at the same time. At the same time, he's got the inside corner of Willie Ride Curb. Yes, he will. He will get him on the inside. Joonas Maria leading us all into Moss's corner. Look at the beauty as his right side will cook the grass a little way. 180, no, a 360. Oh. Who will yield going into this corner? It's really not meant for too wide as it will be Gernot. Gernot will yield. Lots of smoke picking up from that Williams car. He is pushing it to the absolute limit. 26 of 30 now. Only 4 laps to go. He's going to get the run coming out the final corner. He's going to pull up side by side with the leader. It's going to be a drag race to the finish. Who is going to get there first? It's going to be